Do you often think about the worst case scenario? Does your brain go to like what if thoughts and it really spirals out of control and you wonder, do you even have thoughts where you wouldn't even dare tell anybody else about them because they really feel like really off the wall or really quite stressful and extreme, those really worst case scenario extreme thoughts? If you do, then listen to this, I'm going to help. So when our brain waves are in like a normal state and we're calm and happy and relaxed, our brain waves are doing a little bit more like a slow line like that. Now, when we are stressed, our brain waves change, so they end up going to the extremities, like up and down in this kind of way. So our brain waves change. Why is this important? Because when we're on this wavelength and we're just kind of cruising along in life, we're happy and relaxed, we have calm, relaxed thoughts that match that brainwave state. But when we're in the extremities and our brain waves are faster and they're kind of going like this is where we get to the extremities of thinking. Now, your brain is really creative and imaginative, and that's why then when our brain waves are doing this, the what if scenarios or the worst case scenarios, like they're really extreme, aren't they? And logically, you know that this isn't true, or you know logically that this worst case scenario is never going to happen. You know logically that you're okay in your body, that you are actually safe, or that something isn't going to harm you. But the feeling in your body is really significant, and that's because we have all sorts of stress hormones going on in our body at this time as well. So we have lots of physical sensations because of the adrenaline and cortisol, and basically our fear response mechanisms, so our survival mechanisms are kicking in, because it doesn't know that the thoughts that you're thinking, those what if thoughts, your body doesn't know that isn't going to happen, or that it isn't happening right now. Because when we imagine things to be true, we have an emotional experience of them, and this happens in your body. So when this happens in your body, you will get sensations, and if you get these, you know what I'm talking about. Your heart will feel like it's pounding out of your chest. You'll get funny aches or pains or sensations or zaps, or just something really uncomfortable. You'll get a pit in your stomach. A lot of people I work with talk about get that feeling of impending doom, that something really bad is going to happen or about to happen, and it can really feel like a gut intuition. So this then feeds the brain waves even more. So you'll pick up on those sensations in your body, and they will further confirm the thoughts that you are having, and it goes round and round because your body will then feel more unsafe. You will be thinking more unsafe as well. So now, I tend to work with people that have these sensations and difficulties, that have already sought support. So maybe they've had CBT, or they've been to the GP and got medication, but things aren't resolving. And how I see this is because basically when that fear response is activated, or the activation of that often happens, it happens from the subconscious, it's an automatic response as well. And even though logically you know that those thoughts aren't true, those what ifs, those worst case scenarios aren't going to happen, your body is still responding like it is true. And it's a little bit like, it basically wants your logical brain to get out of the way. It's like, what are you talking, like, I'm talking from my logic now. So your logic is, your subconscious is kind of communicating with you. What are you talking about? Like, we're in like immediate danger. Get out of my way, literally. So what happens is your logical brain is offline, and all you're then left with is kind of this emotional fear response. So this is where hypnotherapy comes in place, because if it worked to logic your way out of a situation by telling yourself that you are safe and nothing bad is going to happen, then you wouldn't continue to keep on experiencing the anxiety and panic. But because you are, we know that it is more held in your subconscious and the automatic response of your body. And this is where hypnotherapy can come in, because then we can communicate to your subconscious to help your subconscious to feel safer and to find other ways of coping, and that will just happen then automatically for in your future, basically. Because trying to work with, this is the logic again, so trying to work with logic, like, you will know that it is limited because you've told yourself that you're safe. You know factually that worst case scenario isn't going to happen, yet your body is like, oh, but I feel like it feels awful, doesn't it? And it keeps on telling you that you're not safe. So that's the bit that we really need to work with, and we can use hypnotherapy as a technique to really support your subconscious, but also there are different regulation techniques. My signal keeps on going, and use with my clients. So there are regulation techniques that I'll use with my clients to really help to signal safety to the body. Then once that safety is signalled in the body, it goes back to the thoughts. The thoughts can then calm down, and then your waves, your brain waves from going like this can naturally, start to go back to cruising. Now, the fear response is really normal for like a shock, in terms of like, for us to kick into action and respond, and then naturally our body will calm down. But what I see in anxiety and patterns of panic is that the body doesn't calm down, and you may find this, whereas you struggle to calm down, you might feel like you have multiple panics or anxiety, or it lasts for a long period of time, and that is usually because you don't feel safe in your body, or your thoughts are continuing to keep the cycle of anxiety and panic around. So really hope that this was really helpful in explanation. I offer, if you're curious about the work that I do or how I can support you, then I love having these types of conversations on the complimentary call that I offer. So if you would like to reach out to have a complimentary call with me, we can talk about what is going on for you at the moment, what might be keeping you stuck in your symptoms of anxiety and panic. We can figure out a roadmap of how we can help you to get out of there. At the moment I offer specific services. So I offer one-to-one therapeutic support, which includes talking therapy and hypnotherapy, and I also offer a monthly membership where I support a group of like-minded women to overcome anxiety. And in that membership I do live Q&As, I offer extra resources, videos, hypnotherapy, audios, and I also do a masterclass, and it's voted by the group themselves of what they'd like me to cover next. So the next masterclass that is happening very soon is about facing your fears and finding freedom over fear. So if you feel like this would be something that would be really beneficial for you, then absolutely get in touch with me and just pop me a message, say masterclass if you'd like something like that, and we'll go from there. I will see you soon. I hope that this was helpful for you, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.